All right, guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Mail Stand. If you've never watched the Mail Stand before, you must listen to this introduction, all right? Only once. If you've watched the Mail Stand before, you know how it works. So there will be a pinned comment under this video with a timestamp on that you can click on to skip the intro. But if you haven't watched the Mail Stand before, please watch this intro. Right, so basically the Mail Stand is a series or a feature on my channel where I read out to you emails that I've received. Now, those emails could be from people I've known for almost 30 years of running Cop Talk, or they could be from complete random strangers on the internet. So because of that, I need you to take everything I say to you in a Mail Stand video with a huge pinch of salt, all right? It's not my claims, I'm just telling you what someone's saying. It's to give you an idea of the kind of stuff I receive. Now, just because I read something to you doesn't mean that I endorse it or anything like that. I might be reading something to you and think, what a load of shite, who's going to believe that? I don't. Or I might be reading it thinking, I wish I could tell them who it's from. It's that simple. Now, I've got an email here. I think there might be 2 or 3 of these videos today. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I'll work it out. Now, obviously, I'm not going to read any names out. There's one name there. So usually when there's a name, I just replace it with, the letter X or whatever. If you see me hesitate, it's purely because I'm just making sure I'm reading something, not reading something that I shouldn't. That's it. All right, should we get stuck into it then? Okay, this email was received. Now, I always tell you when I received them, the exact time, because I always want you to think back to when the email was sent. Because sometimes I sit on an email for a few days if I'm busy, right? And then I forget when it came in. So the reason I say that is if I read an email to you and it's shortly after games finish and Liverpool were beaten, maybe the author's angry or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe they've got agenda, they're angry, so they're going to send an email telling us, blah, blah, blah. All right. So I don't think that's applicable in this case though. This email was received yesterday, it says, so that was the 18th of January, 2026. It came in at 10 minutes past midnight my time, so that's Madrid time, 10 past 11 in the UK. And the author of this email is someone that's previously provided updates about Mark Gay. And someone left some comments the other day saying that the author here led us on because obviously the situation with Mark Gay hasn't turned out positively in Liverpool's favour. However, the people that left those comments must have missed other emails from this person, one of which was on the 9th of January, I think, that said Gay to Liverpool's looking a bit dicey. So it's really important that you pay attention, to be honest with you, because the author of these emails, I know how they're connected to Mark Gay, and I would argue that they've been extremely accurate with everything that is coming to us. All right, so, and even if they hadn't been, even if they hadn't sent, emails warning us about the Gay situation, looking dicey, I think it was. Even if they hadn't, you have to understand in football things can change, right? I know this from doing this over the years. Someone tried to buy Liverpool Football Club many years ago. They were on the VIP members website behind me. They were a well-known person, and they spoke to me every day about the process, the attempts to buy Liverpool Football Club. It didn't happen, right? But during that, they were involved with DIC in the Middle East and all that, right? And during that time, I asked that person, what chance do you think you've got of this deal proceeding with DIC and Liverpool and yourselves and everything? And it was 1 billion%. It never happened. Were they lying? You know what I mean? They were trying to buy the club. You couldn't have got a better source at the time. So I've learned over the years, Nabil Fekir, Lee Bowyer, all these things, we are categorically not signing Mario Balotelli, said Brendan Rodgers. He signed the next day. Things change in football, all right? So you've got to understand that. So the reason I'm telling you all this is the author of the email opens here by saying, firstly, mate, thank you for your video earlier today. I did read 1 or 2 comments, but I only tell you what I have been told, and as far as X knows, it's the truth. So I relay to you as the truth. So I have no problems in sleeping. Haha. People can say what they want. It's up to them. I could not care less. Getting on to this subject, the email, by the way, is titled, Thank You and a meeting has been called. Sorry, I just got a message off my chick. So that the email is titled "Thank you" and a meeting has been called. So there's the thank you. Right, let's get on to what must be the meeting. It says here, X has speculated a reason why Liverpool did not go in for Gay. If they are letting Slot and his team go and he's bringing in another manager and his team, it will cost millions. Around £25 million if figures floating around are correct. I had not thought of it that way, and it does make a lot of sense. So the next bit is intriguing. Another meeting has been set up very quickly for Monday morning, that's today, for Slot and the owners. And right now, at 22:50 UK time, this was last night, I think, was it? There is talk of Alonso speaking to Hughes in the near future in Madrid. The stumbling block is Alonso does not want to move his children mid-term from their school. Can I read this bit out, I wonder? Yeah, I think I can. The reason for him knowing is simple. The agency he works for is the same one who is being used as the intermediary. This does not mean anything is happening. It could simply be that they are just scoping out. But if it's true Hughes is flying out to Madrid, there must be some serious consideration of the future going on. Then it says, can you please read this next bit out for me? To everyone out there who wants to have a go, I can only tell you what I know to be the truth. It's as simple as that. If you believe it or not, that's your choice. I am not doing this for any other reason than to keep you updated. I make nothing, ask for nothing, and keep myself pretty anonymous. May I just ask you, please, if you have something shitty to say, please think first, as I don't do this for any other reason but to keep this community, which I value very much, updated. So, yes, wind your fucking necks in. Yeah, you know, we've had this over the years on the members website behind. You can have a really good contributor, and then when you get people going, you said this, you said that, right, you can chase people away, you know, and we've lost people over the years as a result of that. So, you know, you've got to be, I don't know, just use your noddle, because in fairness to the author here, the updates that they were providing regarding the gay situation, all of it came true. So did they think that we were going to sign Mark Gay? Yes, they did. Did their so-called contact think that? Yes, they did. Did I think we were going to sign Mark Gay? Yes, I think everyone thought we were going to sign Mark Gay. But if Liverpool don't go for him, as this person said way before it fell through or whatever, before the Man City stuff, you know, presented itself. If Liverpool say, well, we're not going to go for you in January, and we're not going to go for you in the summer now, well, fuck knows why that is, but we've seen journalists write that in the City as well, then the play is going to go somewhere else. You know, it's that simple. And, you know, if you believe the suggestions, Mark Gay wanted to go to Liverpool. All right? I know people talk about the money involved, he's not worth that much money. There's nothing to suggest that Liverpool would have paid that much, would have had to pay that much money. And however you look at it, if the player was entitled to a signing on fee in the summer, then, you know, all Man City are doing is including that in his salary, right? And say, look, come to us now. We know you're going to miss out in the summer. We'll make it very lucrative. Anyway, I think it's kind of, we're going off the point here, because if you follow my channel, we've gone over these topics. As far as I'm concerned, I do trust this author, to be honest with you. So the main point from this email, if you like, is the claim that another meeting has been set up very quickly for Monday morning. So keep these open today. You might hear some whispers later in the day. It does say for Slot and the owners, and there is talk of Alonso speaking to Hughes in the near future in Madrid. The stumbling block being Alonso doesn't want to move his children in turn from their school. And the reason for him knowing is simple. The agency he works for is the same one who is being used as an intermediary. And this source was also on the money back in the summer window, if you remember, because they're very close to Mark Gay. All right, guys. I won't talk about Alonso too much in this video. I think I'll just leave that for you. This really is supposed to be me just telling you what I've received. I have received other communication from other people regarding the Alonso situation. I think Paul Joyce's article last night was extremely interesting. Bearing in mind that, and he said Alonso, that Joyce is the closest journalist to Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, in my opinion, and I'm going to say this in all of my videos at the moment, just so that you can get a feel of what I think. Arne Slot's position is certainly not secure. I do not think he will be the Liverpool manager. I think he will go. The reason I say that is in the almost 3 decades of running Cop Talk, that every time I've seen a manager cause a split in the fan base when they start asking, people demanded he be sacked or replaced, blah, 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 every single one's gone. They've never pulled it back. It can take time. I'm not saying they're going to do anything now, but I don't think Slot will survive unless by some sheer miracle he wins something major. He manages to hold on. If the results are not too bad and we stay in the top 4, he might hold on. But if he loses 3, 4, 5 games on the trot, he could go. My opinion is that they are doing things in the background and sniffing around stuff. But I also think that Edwards and Hughes' positions are not safe at Liverpool as well. I know Hughes is, not Hughes. Edwards is deemed more FSG than Liverpool. I just want to say that before someone tries and pulls me up, be a smart ass or whatever. I don't think they're safe. I said a couple of weeks ago, look out for Michael Edwards' name coming up in the press. If you follow my channel, you will know that. And I also said in the run-up to this weekend last week, Joyce will most likely surface within a few days. And what happened? Joyce surfaced yesterday on point and was talking about Michael Edwards in that article. And we don't normally hear a lot about Michael Edwards. And we're going to talk further about that in another video. All right. So if you see any of my videos today, mail stand videos limited to channel members only, that is because some people watch my videos, the mail stand videos, and then they go and make videos and basically splice up a bit of what's said here, sensationalize it, exaggerate, and mislead people. All right. So I just thought today, maybe I should just hold back on the mail stand, get those out to channel members, and then make them available to you all later. It's not a ploy for you to become a channel member. We don't do that around here. So if you do see any mail stand ones, then it's highly, highly likely that I will just hold them back a little bit and then make them available to everyone. But if it does continue, I'm not going to let people mislead you. So then we will just permanently make the mail stand a feature for channel members, which I don't want to do. I don't want to lock anybody out. My channel membership here is for people who want to support me. Not to get anything extra. But we'll see. I'll monitor it. I'm going to put this video out to everybody. But if it comes back to me that someone's watched this and then amplified it and spun it a little bit, then I'll definitely not be making these available. Okay, I'm getting all sorts of notifications here. Someone's having a coffee. Lovely. So what do you think? What do you think of that email? There's a really, really interesting one coming up in a minute. So I'm going to deal with that. You will want to see that one. Can I access it on my phone? I've got my phone in the tripod, not in the tripod, in the tablet stand. And I don't know if I can access it on here. God, where is it? Grindr. I thought I deleted that. Messenger. Oh, it's there. We've got this one here. Right, I've got some stuff. I've got some messages. I've got some emails. Stay tuned. All right. This came in on Friday at 23:46 local time, so Friday night. All right, we're going to deal with that next. Okay, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to support me, if you want to support my channel, please thumbs up the video. Drop me a comment on the claims made in this email. There's a love art on the channel if you want to support my channel. I give a shout out to everybody that does that in my morning briefings, as you know, the next day. There's a channel membership. Click join if you want to join. Those are the people with the football in the name. In the comment section, they're my legends, my squad. There's 3 links in the video description if you want to support my channel. They're like getting me a beer or a coffee. Revolut's my favourite one. That's my beer kitty for a Saturday. All right. Hopefully we can leave all these videos, available to everyone. But like I say, if you see any mail stand videos today and the channel members only, I'll just hold them back a bit and then just release them later or something like that. All right, guys. Cheers.